You know, they say you were never really ready for goodbyes. We had some good times though, right?
There we go.
Well, Internet Explorer is officially dead. And in true Explorer form, we're bringing this news a month too late. Microsoft finally announced the retirement of this decrepit browser. It even has its own tombstone. The 27-year-old browser was officially discontinued on June 15th. The last update to IE was in 2020 for Windows 10. Going forward, Internet Explorer will no longer receive security updates. What does this mean for you? Well, instead of possibly using IE to download Google Chrome, instead you'll be using Edge. But seriously, what does this mean and how did this happen? Was there a time where Internet Explorer was a cool browser? To understand why IE is discontinued, we need to explore its history. To do that, we need to go way back to 1995.
Hey, I like this.
Okay, maybe that's too far back. But yeah, IE started back in 1995. It was the first browser to popularize the use of cookies, SSL security, and GIF files. Or GIF files. Let's not start this one. That was always my favorite. Now, the browser went through 11 different releases until 2013. Its last major release was IE 11, which was released during 2013. 9 years ago. So why did so many people use Internet Explorer? Well, mainly because it was the only option. If you're in the desert, you'll take any source of water. So at one point, Internet Explorer was awesome. What caused them to hit the wall? One answer. Internet Explorer 6. This iteration of Windows had many more web development options. If you were a web developer, this was awesome. However, those same web developer options gave virus makers exciting new vulnerabilities to exploit. You could barely go a week without hearing about the latest IE security failure. The problem was so bad that Microsoft launched a campaign to get people off the 6th iteration of Internet Explorer. Imagine messing up so badly that you have to campaign against yourself.
I'm against those things that everybody hates. Now, I respect my opponent. I think he's a good man, but quite frankly, I agree with everything he just said.
After the debacle of IE6, it was clear a new challenger was necessary. Someone who could save us from terrible user experiences. No, not you, Firefox. The year was 2008. Google, the world's most powerful search engine, released its own browser, Google Chrome. Other companies like Netscape and Firefox struggled to compete with Microsoft, a tech giant. So it makes sense that the one to take it down would be another tech giant. Over the next 4 years, Google Chrome grew at an impressive rate. In 2012, Google Chrome was the most downloaded browser globally. Google Chrome's success came from its focus on great user experience. Google relied on sandboxing, meaning your entire browser wouldn't crash when one web page failed. So basically, Chrome had fewer user experiences, ending like this. Chrome was also cross-platform, meaning it was competing with Safari and Internet Explorer simultaneously. Because you could save Google user accounts across these platforms, this was an early take on multi-platform integration. Chromium, the source code behind Chrome, was released to the public, so this meant anyone could create apps or their version of Chrome. Users contributed to a robust network of Chrome applications. Anyone could upload custom themes or unique apps to improve the user experience.
I'm a brave boy.
Eventually, Firefox and Opera also outnumbered the amount of IE installations. In 2010, Microsoft released the Edge browser. The Edge browser was also built on Chromium, so you know who won the browser wars. So why did it take from 2010 to 2011 for Internet Explorer to die? We'll answer that question, but first, a quick request. Could you take a moment to like and share this video? Our channel exists with the incredible support of viewers just like you. You can also subscribe to the channel for more tech stuff. Check out our review of the best browsers, link in the description box below. At this point, the number of IE users worldwide is about 1%. So why do these users exist? Well, for a couple of reasons. And none of those reasons are because they are your grandma. First, there are a lot of legacy applications with particular needs only granted by Internet Explorer. Some medical offices, manufacturing companies, and local governments still rely on IE-based legacy applications. Why don't they upgrade? Because many of these organizations have spent a lot of time and money on applications with unique needs. Overhauling unique, specific technologies, like those used to run MRIs, are incredibly expensive and hard to accomplish. Second, many countries are still in the beginning stages of the internet. Many of these countries use old computers that can't use the latest browsers. Computers for Africa is one such charity that connects poor countries with unused or discarded computers. Japan also has a lot of usage, namely in the business sector. Finally, some websites still haven't been updated for the latest browsers. It's as if the Wayback Machine runs these websites. On the other hand, IE users might be reluctant to change because they are just used to using it as their default browser. So what is Microsoft doing to address some of these people's needs? Namely, through an Edge-based IE mode. This allows you to view a web page as though you are using IE's legacy system. You can add these websites to your IE mode list if you use them regularly. Sometimes, your website will go into compatibility mode automatically if it detects the website uses legacy code. Microsoft plans to support this feature until 2029, so you can still get your IE fix for a while yet. Let's take a moment of silence and share some of our favorite memes of Internet Explorer. So, what do you think? Do you have any fond memories of IE? Do you still use it in your business? Let us know in the comments below. Otherwise, like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Now it's time to close you, old friend.